In my previous video, I have explained you about the continuous time signal and then how we derive the discrete time signal from the continuous time signal. So, if I consider the sampling period as Ts, okay, then x of nts, that will be x of n. So, where n will be like from minus infinity, okay, minus 1, 0, 1 and then till infinity you can consider. So, this one will be your discrete time signal because this is a continuous time signal, and if I consider a train of impulses which has a sampling period that is Ts, okay, this is Ts, okay, this is considering a train of impulses. So at that particular point, whatever we have the value, we are going to get it. So that will be your discrete time signal. Okay, so it will be like x of ts, x of 2ts, x of 3ts. Okay, here you have x of minus ts, x of minus 2ts. So like this we will be getting the samples. So the discrete time signal, it is also the sequence of numbers or samples. Okay, so x of n, if I consider, you can have the values like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is the sequence of numbers or samples. X of n, it will be like nth sample in the sequence. Okay, that will be x of n. So if I have x of n as, okay, it's from minus infinity 1, 2, 3, 0, 4 and then till infinity, this one will be your, okay, infinite duration sequence. But if you consider finite duration sequence, like if I have 5 samples, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, so here I can count the number of samples. So this one will be your finite duration discrete time sequence. Okay, it is a finite duration. So we can represent this discrete time signals in 4 types. Okay, the first one we have sequence representation. Next one we have functional representation. The third one, it is graphical representation. Fourth one we can consider tabular representation. So if I consider x of n, that is equal to 1, 2, 4 and 1, and again I can consider 2. And here I am writing an arrow mark. Arrow mark, it means this is the value of x of n at n is equal to 0. So here you will be getting positive n and here you will be getting negative n. So this will be at minus 1, this one will be at minus 2, this one will be at 1 and this one will be at n is equal to 2. So this is your sequence representation. So functional representation is like this. Okay, functional representation. So what happened? At n is equal to 0, you have 4. Okay, at n is equal to 1 and at n is equal to minus 2, you have the value 1. At n is equal to 2 and at n is equal to minus 1, you have the value 2. Okay, we can write this sequence, okay, sequence like this. This is the functional representation. And when you go for the graphical representation, here you have the axis which will be representing your time, and here it will be x of n. Okay, so at n is equal to 0, this is your 0, here you have minus 1, here you have minus 2, this has 1 and this has 2. So at n is equal to 0, you have the value 4. At n is equal to 1, you have the value 1. At n is equal to 2, you have 2. At n is equal to minus 1, you have the value 2. At n is equal to minus 2, you have the value 1. So this one will be your graphical representation. Similarly, if you go for the tabular representation, it will be like this. If I consider this as n and this as x of n, okay, at n is equal to minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1 and then you have 2. So at n is equal to minus 2, you have the value 1. So I will write it here. At n is equal to minus 1, you have the value 2. At n is equal to 0, you have the value 4. At n is equal to 1, you have the value 1. At n is equal to 2, you have the value 2. So this is the tabular representation. So 4 types of representation: sequence representation, functional representation, this is your graphical representation, and this is the tabular representation. And you know, discrete time signal, it is obtained by sampling the continuous time signal, and it is like x of n. Okay, if it is given like this, I can write this as x of minus 2 that is equal to 1, x of minus 1 that is equal to 2, x of 0 that is equal to 4, x of 1 that is equal to 1, x of 2 will be equal to 2. So here you are using the square brackets, remember. Okay, for continuous time signal it will be like this, x of 2, x of 3, but for discrete time signals we will be using the square brackets for the samples.